Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
What's going on, everybody? It is the Scene Snob Manhattan. I'm just letting you guys know that this is part 2 of our episode Done and Done. So go check out part 1 if you haven't already, and then this picks up right where I left off. So check out part 2. We hope you enjoy, and we will talk to you guys later.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs podcast.
14 minutes.
I'll post pics on the Scene Snobs. The place is called Skyline. I know where that is because we have a Skyline here.
Skyline Indie Film Fest?
No, that we do. We have one of those too. But Skyline Paintball and Laser Tag. They do Laser Tag here, and I think they do the paintball in Strasbourg. Let's go to Strasbourg.
I'm in.
I will tell you
invade.
something that popped up that Sam and I were talking about going to is where they filmed Hell House. They're opening up as an attraction escape room, and they have all of the actors there to scare you too. So you have 30 minutes to escape the Hell House.
What? Okay, that's pretty awesome.
And I saw that. I was like, might have to drive 9 hours just to go do that.
Jason. Radar, what's going on, Radar?
Hi, Radar.
John Wass says, "I love you too, Casey." I love you. You have a. Yeah, we do.
I know, shocking, right? I'm just shocked. That's why I'm excited about it. Crying out loud.
We'll stay as long as you let us.
Well, I mean, welcome. So we'll grab some Cavassier, maybe put on a little bit of that nice Biggie Smalls and just relax and kick back and hang out, right?
And we'll get to the topic. It's 12:15.
Hey, there it is.
A.M.
No time zones at Catholic school? Is that because Jesus is the
not.
light?
No,
There's
because John, they don't believe in them. There's only 3 time zones.
Actually,
they live in threes a lot.
In the flat Earth that the Catholics teach about, it's only the Eastern Seaboard that exists. And Jesus, Jerusalem places.
And don't forget, we're on the back of a turtle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we're on
the
Stephen
giant
King's
turtle
turtle.
floating
Gotcha.
through.
So we're going color magic right now and
You
all
see,
that.
you get it. You
The
understand.
Hogfather. I'm all about it.
You're with.
It's 9:46 in the hamster in my daughter's room. Just woke up half an hour after the kid fell asleep. Aha!
That's why I don't get hamsters, yo.
And you know what?
Just like hamsters.
I say aha a lot. You can go buy our aha T-shirt on the Scene Snobs merch.
Yes, you can. Where you can also embrace the absurdity, just like you do every Tuesday.
Okay, so let's get to the topic because I know Casey has been dying for this. It is Halloween season. We got to talk horror movies. First and foremost, before we get to this, Paul, give me a number. And actually, I was wrong. I'm sorry. You were close, Chris. So 52 is a good guess. If you want to do another guess, please do that. How many off-screen deaths in Friday the 13th franchise? Paul, what do you got for me? What's the number?
29.
You are way off.
Well, I love it, though. It felt right. That confidence, though, that bravado, that it was 29.
29.
Yeah, but it's the same bravado when he says The Thing is the best horror movie of all time.
It is.
I mean,
There's
You really
no
have
question.
a pretty face.
Thank you.
You are very pretty. You are.
Thanks, guys.
Stop.
I
Sam's
know, you
watching.
cut it out.
Radar says 68. Radar says 65. Keep the guesses coming, and then I will let you know who wins at the end because you're getting this.
See, I thought you said 57 was too high, though.
Right?
That's why I went low.
I did, but I reaffirmed it. You can take another guess. Take one more guess. It's actually not high enough. I was thinking of something else when I said that.
75.
All right, you're way off.
And now you're drunk. And now, sir, you've gone too far.
Let's get it done with, you guys. It's fine.
Yes.
How could you do this to me and say 75? I was counting on you.
Speaking of 75 was a fantastic year, wasn't it? You know what else happened in the 70s? The era of horror began.
No, bullshit. The era of horror began. Okay, the debate just started. Here we go. First off, horror began way before then.
Did it? When? The Brothers Grimm?
First of all, the first
It's like 1890s. It's the House of the Devil.
Ooh, Penny Dreadfuls.
widely considered. Do you know what the first moving picture to be shown to a mass audience was?
Was it a porn?
No,
Well, then I'm out.
It was a footage of a train coming into a station.
So it's porn.
Yes.
That's the
foamers.
euphemism I've always used.
This isn't Hitchcock, all right?
Hey, baby, you mind if I pull into your station?
And while I have all of your attention, and there's so many people watching, our second challenge is also up. Make sure you post scary videos where you scare people or you try to scare us, and post them on your social media and tag the Scene Snobs. Best one gets this awesome Halloween 2 pillowcase. Everybody's eligible for that, so get to it. All right, secondly, it was a train pulling into a station. Now, nobody had ever seen a moving picture at this point, and they're in a basement in France, in a business in France, and now they think a train is coming through the wall. Some people had heart attacks and died. It is widely considered the very first horror movie.
But it wasn't.
But okay, but you still have Nosferatu, the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. You have so many things. You have the Universal Monsters.
Oh, what about the moving pictures of Rasputin? We have those.
We do have those.
That's pretty freaking scary.
That is scary.
He is a scary fucking dude.
I learned about Rasputin from Ghostbusters 2. Everything
There you
I
go.
know about Rasputin was in Ghostbusters 2.
Really?
Yeah.
You weren't forced to read Brothers Karamazov at like 9 and then learn about Russian history?
Are you an agent?
What? No. What?
You're a sleeper. There it is.
I'm going to try and do bad. No, what are you talking about? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. Jawohl.
I'm an American. I love America. Not Russia.
I got nothing. Dang it.
I gotta go. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Paul's just like, I'm not on the show.
I don't know what happened.
I need something American. I got a mag light.
Hey, that's half the battle.
That's what she said.
Just take some Vaseline and can-do attitude.
There you go.
That's the plot of most porn trained. Of course, you're going to agree with Casey. Like I went there. Jason has approximately 157 deaths credited. Yes, off-screen deaths.
The off-screen.
Off-screen deaths.
Right.
Kathleen, you're a pop culture addict. You better get it right. Casey needs a new masturbating material. He's down
What? It's been a long pandemic, Chris. All right, I'm just saying certain things can be attractive. All right, my shipyard phase was fantastic, but now we've got to move forward.
Hey, when you get to planes, let me know because cargo.
Oh, bro,
I got you.
That was number one. That happened when I was like 16. That's what got me into the fetish.
Gotcha.
The cargo containers are a strong one. It's like a holdover. So
Right.
You don't join the Air Force because you don't masturbate planes.
The first time you get to crawl inside that intake and talk real nice to it, that's when you know you've made it.
It's true. It's true.
Take your word for it.
Anyway, back to the cocaine binge.
Right.
Why do you think horror started in the 70s?
I think horror as we know it today began in the 70s. I think it's difficult to say that horror itself is the genre that what it slowly turned into over the years, which, of course, Hitchcock did work there. You know, a lot of people did work leading up to it. But in the 70s is when we got John Carpenter, is when we got the slasher genre. Okay. I think, you know, that's when we really established a lot of those and that's what was built on. Through the 80s, it was kind of just, it was crazy. Everyone was cocaine fueled, crazy parties and drugs, and let's just make this nutty movie. And everything just went over the top, and let's do the 14th version of this because we can make money on it. I think the 90s, that resurgence, that callback to the 70s, really make the 90s. And because from the 90s, from Scream, from those Halloween stories, Resurrection and H2O, we move into the 2000s of what we have today. Okay. So I think the 70s is where that started. Hence, that to me is the Gilded Era. Do I think it's the best era? I do not. But I think that is officially when the timeline starts to when our horror as we know it today, that was its inception.
All right. Before I have you answer, so you're saying like the slasher genre helped create the horror movement as we know it today.
Yes,
which you got to give a lot of credit to. The 80s were filled, of course, with horror. I don't know that I agree that horror as we knew it started in the 70s, but it did add to a plethora of movies coming out.
Strong word.
Thank you. Before we get to Paul and before I say anything else, do you think that it was Carpenter with Halloween that started that slasher, or do you go back to the Black Christmas and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I think you have to go back to Black Christmas and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't think Carpenter started it. I think he really perfected that feeling it gave you
Okay.
that we really carry on when we think of slashers. You know,
That's fair.
I don't
That's
think
fair.
of weird, creepy family and some Texas chainsaw guy coming to mow you down. That's not my general thought when I think slasher. Yet that is one of the beginnings of the movement. Now, Jason brings up that Psycho was pre-70s, and I completely understand Psycho was pre-70s, and it was probably the grandfather, the granddaddy of them all. No one's fighting that. But your grandfather's popularity doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be, because the start of the scene that we know it wasn't until the 70s, because there were many of us, you know, proliferated.
All right. Before we get on now, I'm not saying that you don't have good points. You do have very good points. And I also think that taking a lot of people say Black Christmas is one of the best slashers of all time, one of the first. And a lot of people say that going back to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I do think that Carpenter with Halloween married those two movies and said, all right, I'm going to ramp up Black Christmas's suspense. And he's like ready for the fight.
I know.
He's in the corner.
Well, but then we get the beauty of My Bloody Valentine as well. So, like, right mixed in that time frame as well.
I will say this to going down the line. Ray Rice is joining us. Ray, what's going on, man? Loved you on the field, not so much in the elevator, but you're awesome. Thank you for joining us. Roger Corman movies are
Yes,
awesome.
they are.
You're 100% right, and that's actually going to be one of my arguments. Chris Sale says, Karloff, Cheney, Lugosi, I'm going 30s. These guys penned the door and made several sequels. Before we get there, because I'm gonna give you a chance to start. I'm not ending this until we have everybody says what they. Radar says, yeah, they are. George says, hey-oh. Of course, George did not add anything
Hi, George.
to this conversation.
Except his beautiful face. Buckets.
Very true. Casey needs new message. I just wanted to bring that
Dude,
up.
why are we still talking about my train fetish? You know, like giant steel things that are able to travel
into tunnels.
Yeah,
Right there.
and then out of tunnels,
Okay.
and then back into tunnels.
So we got Casey's point. I'll follow up at the end with mine because mine is kind of an amalgamation of both when we get there. So Paul, I can see you're like cracking the neck. Come at it hard.
I'm excited.
This is
Let's
a
go.
very personal thing for you. Please proceed.
He got it. I think we. There he is. Hey.
Okay, no, please. I'm not gonna. My hands are
No,
up.
you're
Go
good.
ahead.
I respect Casey's point, and I think I'd probably have more of the same mindset if I was growing up close to that age. Not trying to throw that age at you, but
Oh, that's all right. No, I'm
No.
fucking old. That's fine. That's fine. Thanks for
I'm just-
insulting me. 30.
I'm just
Hey,
stating.
hope you have fun.
First of all, you dick. He's younger than I am.
Well, that's a you problem. That's not my fault.
I am 9 years older than you.
I didn't make you. What do you want from me?
900 years you reach, but this could you will, yes? It's like Paul just like I didn't even say anything about horror movies yet, and he just went for the jugular.
I know. No, I'm loving it.
Oh,
It's got that bloodthirstiness.
all right, please proceed. Go ahead. Talk.
So, like, I respect.
Oh, stop.
All right. That was
Jesus,
just because
come
of the
on.
age thing. Just because of the age.
Stop it.
He's an ageist.
I want to
don't
hear
like
it enough.
100%. But the 70s did come out with some pretty great slasher films. I will absolutely agree with that. And they did lay down a lot better movies than the 80s were, because the 80s were absolutely insane, minus The Shining and The Thing. I'd say Christine was okay as well. Anyway.
Wait. You don't like any 80s movies except for those like three you mentioned?
I'm just saying those are the three that were the best that came out of the 80s. You can name a lot more in the 70s or almost any other decade, in my opinion.
All right, please proceed.
Aliens, I guess I'll count Aliens for you. Does that make you feel better too? Well,
I mean,
where
you
do you-
have to count Aliens because
You not
Aliens is
count
amazing.
Aliens.
Yeah.
but I always
Alien was 79, so I get
Yeah,
it.
see,
but-
it's 70s again, just saying. Boop.
that's just fair. But I would say closer to the 30s and 40s were the golden years of horror. Because if you think about it, those are the movies that were
Age.
remade most. You guys are so mean. I think the problem is
Look, Paul, that's only because we're assholes.
Paul,
All right.
Paul,
same right there.
show us on the pillowcase where it offended you.
It's that middle one. I should have worn the Thing shirt. I know I should have. But
That's why he's wearing a Donnie Darko shirt. Horror movies are his Patrick Swayze.
Nope.
All right, that didn't work.
Nope.
It didn't.
Swing and a miss. It's okay. But you know what? I received you.
I'm gonna put on my invisible sunglasses from Blockbuster Video.
But
So
if I think
Paul, continue.
I like those. I think if I had to pick just a certain decade, though, I would do the 1960s were the best because then you had Black Sunday come out, you had the original Peeping Tom come out, you had Psycho come out. You just had all
Suspiria, that crap.
Carnival of Souls.
Suspiria
Yep.
sucked, man.
Everyone getting all like
Living Dead. Right.
No. I like the Giallos. I didn't like Suspiria.
Okay.
So
Really?
That's the one I didn't like. But I like Tenebrae. I like.
Okay.
There's a bunch that I
Demons
like.
wasn't in the 60s, was it?
I like Deep Red.
Demons was in the
Demons
70s.
the 80s.
70s.
Oh, was it the 80s?
Yeah.
I thought it was. But I'd probably say the 60s because I love 13 Ghosts. I actually just got Sam to watch the original 13 Ghosts because she didn't realize that there was an original 13 Ghosts. Because I always appreciate the black and white better because they had to do so much more with nothing because they didn't have CGI or anything like that. So it was more of a storyline. The actors were supreme in all accounts because they had to make it work and make it believable. So I'd say older.
So Paul, tell us why you're wrong.
Well, I'll tell you why you're wrong. So actors back then also had to work with, nowadays they have to work with nothing as well because you have a green screen and maybe someone with a broom and a chair. And they're like, this is the thing attacking you.
True.
So
That's legit.
it's kind of difficult to say that they didn't have anything when they legitimately had the skeleton being thrown at them.
Right.
You know? So they were getting scared. There was a different way.
All right. Before I weigh in on this, Ray, our buddy Ray Rice from the Baltimore Ravens,
Is he?
I think so.
All right.
I'm holding on to hope. I mean, it'd be great to have him.
Yeah.
Modern horror isn't about hack and slash, though, right? Isn't it more about abstract things like family, aging, mental illness, social stresses, and more? Yes, 100%. I agree. Today, the themes are way more internal than they are external, like they were in the 80s, 70s, and beyond that. And I like that. I like where they're going. Like, I did not like Midsummer, but I like what Midsummer represents.
I like what they're trying to do in some cases. I do understand that, like A Field in England or something along those lines where they want to get really heady and really, try to move you in a different way and bring the fear into something your everyday life, what you walk and see. I think possession movies are another one that have really been huge. They got a massive resurgence. And I think, oh man, what was that little film that came out in the 70s with The Exorcist? So I'm just saying, so some of these themes continue moving forward.
Please tell me
from that era. I'm just thinking.
Are you putting a period on the sentence with him or me? I didn't say anything.
Yeah, no, I just did though, and you're all welcome.
Ray also says Vincent Price flicks were good for story and character.
Yes, they were. I love Vincent Price.
And let's face facts: the 60s, the 50s, the Hammer films of the 60s and 70s, the Hitchcock films. The Vincent Price films, Corman films, things like that. They had such an ambience to them. The nuclear movies from the 50s, I mean, go back and watch Dracula from, 1938, 36, one of them.
Lugosi's?
The Lugosi.
Original?
Yeah. And the set that they built, Dracula's castle, is immense.
It's amazing.
It's beautiful. And I still say that the beginning cemetery scene in Frankenstein is some of the best set work I've ever seen, even to this day. Yeah, it just a perfect ambience. So, yeah, I do agree with Paul's point that back then you had a lot more to work with. He said they didn't have a lot to work with. I disagree in the sense that, like where you say with green screen, a lot of it now is very much not there. Whereas back then it was there, and they built out. They did amazing things. Yes. I actually wish they would bring that back. Agreed. To a point.
I always wish for that. That's why whenever there's a sci-fi film that has some big, ridiculous set piece, or like, Firefly, where they built the freaking ship, that I love and appreciate that. That's what I want. Because you get to see that it turns into a member of the cast, like in a way, like they have to interact with it. And that's very important to get that. And you lose that with the green screen effects, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I like about it. It seems like over time, horror movies started immense. They started huge and bigger than life. And then as it went, it started coming back down to minimalist. The 70s being a perfect representation of that. And then especially the 80s. Yes, the gore may have become more hardcore.
Right.
Yes, the violence may have been pushed harder.
Like House.
But the threat wasn't this huge thing. It wasn't Dracula going from Transylvania. Yeah, House is a great example. From Transylvania to England and like this whole big thing. It wasn't Frankenstein's monster traveling the fields of England, and then Scotland and wherever else. It was it was just these huge things like in the 80s, and then even the 90s to a point. 90s even became even more sort of minimalist, like sticking more towards towns or houses or stuff like that.
Well, yeah, and then that carried right over into the double outs, because in the 2000s you had Cabin in the Woods, Cabin Fever. You had all of those kind of similars that started to come out, and all of that based again on the slashers of the 70s.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those nuclear movies started ramping it up, even saying we're going to affect the world.
You just hate me for the 70s, man.
Now we get serious. This bastard over here with his Donnie Darko t-shirt is laughing at me.
He's a beautiful man.
I know.
You don't call him that. You don't
I do agree with you, but you guys know I love.
Parents married, because that's a factual thing.
I love all horror. You guys know that. Speaking of which, did you guys see Malignant yet?
Not yet. That is actually, I'm very excited.
The cinematography in there was the best I've ever seen in a horror movie. But what he does, I don't want to ruin it, because when Matt and I saw, our jaws dropped. We were like, that was brilliant what he did. There's one scene in there that when you guys watch it, I want to talk about, because
James Wan totally won us over. I mean, with his color usage, with the way he sets things.
I love
and just sets his shots. Oh, it's fantastic. It's beautiful.
Kathy, Radar. I'm sorry. Radar says 1922 because Nosferatu came out, and Shadow of the Vampire is the best update of a classic movie.
Random Willem Dafoe.
That's good. My love of horror got started with Vincent Price movies. Exorcist 3 is underrated. It is an underrated movie. I do agree. The second one sucks. So. Yeah. Frankenstein is incredible.
All the Frankensteins are incredible. I love the Kenneth Branagh one. Sorry.
I Frankenstein with Aaron Eckhart.
Do you like the Abbott and Costello one?
What's that?
Abbott and Costello.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Young Frankenstein. If it's a Frankenstein movie, I'm in.
There you go.
The original House on Haunted Hill is one of the coolest exterior sets. It's Frank Lloyd Wright house in California. Yes, that's a go-to for me.
Which is the reason I won't ever purchase a Frank Lloyd Wright house. Not that it's outrageously expensive. Of course not. I could easily. I'm a scene snob. That ain't no thing. What I am concerned with is
me and you and not me. What is happening here?
No. It's that other account that things get shuffled to. Don't worry about it. I'm handling it. It's fine. Oh, that's fine.
Right. I just pay the bills. No, it was Dr. Giggles.
Yes.
Ray Rice says, and I will always refer to you as Ray Rice.
Forever.
The Strangers was a good flick for keeping it simple. I agree.
Yep.
And that was one of those things where it grew again, but it was almost growing grotesquely in a weird way. To where it was getting sort of out of hand in the early, I'd say the late 2010 era and then the early teens.
You mean with the Ready or Nots and the Strangers, a bunch of the people, the home invasion sort of idea.
Yeah, they really ran with the home invasion. But I will say the Strangers setting that off, they set that bar for the creepiness, the scary, and we're kind of bringing it back to what Halloween did in the 70s. Or, from my good friend Paul sitting here, what The Thing from Another World did.
Yes.
There you go. Nice.
Another good one.
What about Them?
That was the 50s. I love them. I love them up there.
Do you?
Yeah,
nice.
It's up there somewhere.
Them is awesome. Was that Peter Graves?
No, that was, who that was? My God, why am I losing my train of thought here?
I don't know why you are. Oh, trains again, right? See, you heard it. There's the train circling back.
I love
all of a sudden I hear a train whistle and I get a boner. I don't know what's happening.
Well, Jason, if you love The Strangers, you'll love The Strangers Pray by Night.
Yes, you will.
Starring our good buddy and
Damien Maffei.
Damien Maffei.
Yep. Does a fantastic job as Sackhead.
He may not return our calls.
Ever.
But he's our best friend.
He is, absolutely. I mean, your best friends don't talk to you guys, right?
Not all the time.
Yeah. Just need to break sometimes.
All hand signals. That's all I get from that nowadays.
From him this weekend.
This is it. Just matches.
We got actually a Brian Krause doing that for the Scene Snobs.
Yeah.
That's his endorsement of the Scene
Yes,
Snobs.
it was. I love it. We need to have Brian on again.
We do.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like the house in Spider Baby was as much a character as the act. Spider Baby is a great movie. People haven't checked it
Spider
out.
Baby or Spider Babe, because that's two very different things.
Spider
And I
Babe.
did love Spider Babe, but it was a late night Skinamax show, so I'm just making sure right movie.
It's
all
a
right?
very creepy movie, I'm telling you. Pop Culture Addict says,
You need to talk, Casey, when we're off
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah, right. We got to circle back. You know.
Jesus. I could totally nerd out about the Frank Lloyd Wright. I don't want to say it all.
Why? It's Frank Lloyd Wright.
Exactly. House on Haunted Hill, but I want you guys to still be my friends after. No.
Right, it's amazing. I love Frank Lloyd Wright. I
100%
think it's
go and nerd
fantastic.
out.
Please nerd out. That's the whole point of this nerding.
We do
We
here.
love everyone who nerds out because we nerd out, and everyone should love the shit out of stuff that they love the shit out of.
You know what we don't want here are the people who don't know what they're talking about.
I don't like milk toast in the middle of the road, folks.
Speaking
Commit
of which,
and go hard.
hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
I'm kidding, of course. Tim, one of the hosts of Pop Culture Addicts, Funny Science Fiction, and Focus on Forward. Go check them out. Kathleen, of course, the other host of Funny Science Fiction and Pop Culture Addicts. I can't breathe anymore.
He got it. You can find them Mondays at 7 p.m.
Just look them up.
Yeah, there you go.
I know their times, but I just don't know their times.
Fair
at the
enough.
moment.
I know
just
that
talked
one.
a lot,
That's-
and I have to go back and figure out who won the pillowcase. It was not Paul.
See, Jason Taylor knows about Spider Babe.
Spider Babe was great. Hi, Tom. Oh God. All right. That's a mouthful. Thanks, guys.
Of course, Tom.
You know what else is a mouthful? A train.
Which is like, but like not.
This is awkward silence. That's what this sounds like.
Yeah, we're trying to make a
Doesn't have
joke
to be.
about my strange proclivities, but I mean, it's cool. They're just strange.
So I do have a question for you, Casey. Since you seem to enjoy the slashers the absolute most, did
Yes.
you enjoy Bloody Summer Camp more because it brought back a really great slasher film?
Absolutely.
Okay.
There are so many things. I'm a nostalgia addict. I believe the term is. I can't look away from anything that's going to harken back to something, and if it
Right.
can actually make me feel some version of what I felt that first time watching like Ernest Goes to Camp or
Right.
something dumb like that. If you get some kind of feeling like that, that it was a movie that connects you back to a moment that harkens back to a special time in your life, then absolutely,
Right.
you're going to win me over. I'm a sucker for that. I'm an absolute mark for it.
Yep.
Okay, so I will say this.
And he's done saying that.
No, I forgot what I was going to say.
That's all right. Sam and I were blown away, and Matt, we were absolutely blown away by
There's
Bloody
so
Summer
many
Camp.
innuendos
So
in
many
this.
trade innuendos.
There's so many.
Let's go.
Paul is never coming back on this show. This is gonna be like a Matt Damon, Jimmy Kimmel situation
Or-
from now on, and he's never gonna want to come back on.
Or Sam's going to hit me up and go, okay, Paul started bringing in a conductor hat, and I don't understand why.
I worked on trains though with the circus, so I already got the train crew gear.
You see this? You
That's
see
my boy right
Mikey?
there.
That's my mug collection in the corner.
Mhm.
There's a space right there for you to wear your train conductor hat during the show.
Boom.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yes, you live in Virginia now.
Yes, my
Just
roommates
there.
will be so excited.
Only there.
Oh, man.
And then Jason Taylor is just going on and on about Michael Scott.
Because that's what she said.
This show is great. We are.
You're great.
We're great. I mean, you're great.
I'm okay.
No,
Paul's pretty
everybody's great.
That's
Actually,
amazing.
I love that everybody is just like having conversations in
Absolutely.
the comments.
I'm loving how much fun we're having. This has been glorious.
I'll tell you what, my family has been texting me. My sister absolutely loves you guys. It's her first time listening to you guys. And she's like, these guys are hilarious and nuts. I was like, I told you a while ago, but at least you're doing it now.
Thanks, Sister
Like
Don.
and subscribe.
I think this is going to have to be a two-parter because we do actually get because we only have an hour time slot on the radio.
Yeah.
So but if I make this a two-parter, they'll play it.
So we'll just stay on longer.
I'm good with that. Like I
I
said,
love it.
Tell
I
us
do
about
too.
your balls.
No. Don't tell us about your balls.
Why?
Because that's not those balls. Don't tell us your balls.
What are you doing?
I thought we were doing the Manscaped thing.
That's what I thought he was going with. I thought we were done with that.
We have new sponsors now.
We have new sponsors. Yeah, not bad.
Oh, my bad.
What balls are you talking about?
I don't know.
We can do whiskey rants now.
What? Your ball just fell on me. You literally, your balls are falling everywhere. It's uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
My
You should
balls-
cradle them better.
Oh,
Just
okay.
cradle them
when
better,
you
it'd be better.
So at first, he touched my thigh, and that's when I knew it was real.
Very real.
I'm just gonna start writing and just narrating and like some sort of softcore porn.
Half a chub because you're excited.
Touch against my thigh.
And Chewbacca and R2D2 fell in love.
Oh, and then there's smooching. Oh my
Where would they
goodness!
kiss? Where's
I've seen this movie. I've seen that one. That's Star Wars. I know that one.
I've seen that one. I know that one.
That's where it happened. That's where the magic happens here.
no one
Lord
else
of the
was doing
Strings.
what I
I watched all that.
I'm not singing that. I want to, but I'm not going to now. Ray Rice says, my absolute favorite horror flick is Event Horizon. That movie is so off the rails.
I love that movie, man.
Ray Rice, did you just make a train pun too?
Oh,
You did.
It
Off
is
the rails.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
Ray, you have to watch every week now. You're
It's
part of
not-
the family. You see the craziness of Tuesday nights with us.
First of all, you selected Event Horizon, which is easily one of the best horror movies.
Oh, all right, let me ask
I mean,
you
that's a
both
top
this.
tenor because it's terrifying. It's in space, and it's Sam Neill doing crazy shit.
Right.
Which Dead Calm, he fucked me up too. It's another one of those. He's out in the ocean. His wife's Nicole Kidman, and Billy fucking Zane's in it. So look, everyone's fucked. Like,
Right, let me ask you both this. Ray, you bring up a great point. I love Event Horizon. It's truly a fantastic movie. I will say for me, another movie that came out around the same time with the same actor that I think is just a little bit better in my opinion. Not by much, though, In the Mouth of Madness.
Oh, yeah, he's totally wrong.
All right, well, we got his answer. What do you say, Paul?
I unfortunately, I really liked Event Horizon a lot more. Unfortunately, I hate to disagree, but I did. I watched that last night, honestly. So
Yes, and it's so scary though. It's legitimately a movie I cannot watch by myself at night. I can't. I
can.
cannot.
Right, 100%. He's
So-
great in both those movies. He's great.
So did you guys like Sunshine since you liked Event Horizon so much?
Yes, love
Okay.
Sunshine.
Okay.
Sunshine was fantastic as well.
All right, I disagree to a point. I loved Sunshine until it got to the slasher part. I was like, the whole movie had me enthralled with their mission.
Right.
And then when it got to the more horror aspect of it, I was just kind of like, I don't need this right now because it comes in a little too late, in my opinion.
I can see that, yeah, because
That's fair.
because it really goes off the rails. Like when it hits, it's like, oh, and by the way, this guy is like corpse, burnt body,
Right?
He's some charred thing that just
Right.
comes at you. Like by
From
the
the
time
sun.
you're putting all the pieces together, it's like I don't think this is right.
And I
But-
liked
but
the
I loved it.
symbolism of the whole thing and what
symbology.
Symbology. I like 10 points if you know what movie that's from.
Symbolism. I believe the word you're looking for is symbolism.
I'm not going to remember on the spot. I'm so sorry.
Do not say it. That's all right.
It's
You've
all
only
right.
failed us entirely.
Oh man, we don't say anything next time so we can give them a chance.
No, well, you get back here. You get back here. You put my headset back on.
Okay, Dad, I'm
I
sorry.
will say, for me, going back and like with Sunshine, like I definitely need to rewatch it because I haven't seen it since it came out. But maybe I'll like it a little bit more, like those scenes. But like I really would have loved to have seen a more just focused on the task at hand and the people and what they're going
It
through.
would have been neat if they decided to do a straight up sci-fi versus making it kind of a sci-fi horror. So I do see that. I'd like both movies. So if they want to reshoot that, that'd be fantastic.
I will say, Ray, if you haven't seen In the Mouth of Madness, check it out. It's very much based on H.P. Lovecraft and Stephen King in that sense. It's a John Carpenter movie. It's not a Stephen King movie, but it is heavily based on like his lore and Lovecraft's lore. Kathleen says the Usonian style houses. Are you serious?
Are supposed to be fireproof. That's why they are cement instead of wood, because his house at Taliesin was burned by a servant who was upset with Frank Lloyd Wright and his mistress. Well, you know what? I would be too, because Frank Lloyd Wright, I don't know if you know this, was a dick. So
I did not know that.
yeah, so I could understand, people
Best of
burning
us are.
stuff. But yeah, that's why we wound up with concrete, right? Way to go, cement.
Very fair.
Strong. Thank you, Kathleen, for that little tidbit.
Tim says my favorite horror movie is Dune. You can tell me it's not horror. The movie scared the entertainment right out.
Bull corn. I got Patrick Stewart. I got me Sting. I got a movie full of amazing people.
I should have
And
worn
his
that
name
shirt
becomes
today.
a killing word. Do you know how bad? It is my dream. It is my wet dream. It is my train dream to be able to have someone yell Casey and call it a killing word. That would be amazing.
Dune sucks. That's all. I'm
Fuck
gonna say.
you.
You know what, Casey? Those videos I make of scaring people, I'm just going to yell at your name. I'm going to find a way to do that and scare the shit out of everybody.
Or what you do is you just edit every time there's a sandworm in the Dune series, just scream out "fucking Mick" or something like that.
Chris Sale says, I love both, but Event Horizon wins. So many space horror movies crap the bed. This movie brought the genre back, in my opinion. It actually, if anything,
100%.
I would say it didn't even bring it back. Like, it just is a staple of what a good one is.
Oh, absolutely.
There's
Well, at the
so many
same time, we
other
had
ones.
Virtuosity sucked. What's the one where the virus, where it, like, shoots
Virus.
in? Yeah, Virus
Yeah.
that was terrible.
That was
I did not like that. Like, it was a bad movie to watch. I didn't enjoy it at all.
Ray Rice says, oh, check
Slugs.
it out. Oh, man.
Slugs, exactly. Critters. I mean, come on, Chud.
Right. If you want, message us on either, if you're on YouTube, please hit subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, appreciate it. But if you want, we'd love to hear it. So comment or send us a message or something on our social media. We're at the Scene Snob everywhere. So we'd love to hear what you thought about the movie when you watch it.
Absolutely.
Kathleen Wass, he really was. He left his wife and 6 kids for his mistress.
See?
I'm learning about Frank Lloyd Wright in this episode.
As
What
you
is
should,
happening right
because
now?
Frank Lloyd Wright is a very important member of modern history and how we change when we Art Deco, an entire style. He is known as basically being a representative of an entire manner of life in the way of seeing the world through that artistic sense.
First of all,
Right.
Kathleen is talking about cats being scary.
Well, because cats is a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Have you
for
tried to
many
watch
other
that
reasons.
whole thing?
Yes.
That's
I
terrifying.
did watch that whole thing.
That's like imagining the guy in Red Dragon being like, "Do you see? Do you see?" I mean, you watched it because you're masturbating to Taylor Swift because she makes you all fuzzy in your butthole.
Listen,
But whatever,
listen,
man.
Listen. Cat Taylor Swift is the hottest thing on 4 legs. I'm telling you right now.
It's so wrong. It's so wrong.
You have trains. I have Taylor Swift as a cat.
At least trains were built by men, and cats are just weird
I
little
didn't
tiny
say
animals.
cats. I said Taylor Swift cat.
Okay, valid.
Now,
Right.
Taylor Swift as a human?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift cat. I will say
You
this.
guys are derailing from this conversation real bad. It's
Oh,
okay.
That's
yeah.
twice. Third time someone gets a pillowcase.
Oh my God.
Derail. Like,
If you do
That's
it
a
again,
Candyman
you
effect. Don't do it like
again,
that.
I'm going to Michael Myers this baby Yoda.
he ate a bunch of babies anyway. It's fine.
All right, I will say this real quick with the cats thing. Go watch A Cat's Eye if you haven't watched it.
Oh
It'll
yeah, Cat's Eye was
change-
amazing, man. I loved Cat's Eye. Also, Sleepwalkers. They have a lot of cats too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sleepwalkers was creepy. Just like Invasion of Body Snatchers. That
Oh,
definitely had
Adventure of the
me.
Body Snatcher is another great one.
Yeah, round, Nick, round.
And now put that thing
Taylor.
away.
Hey, Tay-Tay. Want to sing me a song?
Isn't it back to T-Swag?
T-Swag. Is it? I don't know. I didn't only mention cats to get Mick going. No, not at all. I'm
Thanks
going.
a lot. She's the one who's throwing us off the rails.
Listen. Let's just say Cat Taylor Swift is a good conductor for me.
Oh, hey, because it's electric.
Poor Ray over here has never seen an episode before, so he has no idea what the joke is. And he's just like, this dude is probably masturbating to Cat Taylor Swift. Not really, but I would.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
It's
really scary.
I
I actually walked in on him listening to Celine Dion's Power of Love, which made me very excited
No,
because
you
it's
did
one of my
not.
favorite songs. But he had a picture of Cat Taylor Swift, and it was very weird for everyone.
it's just I'm just looking at it like petting it.
Yeah.
It's a
Hey,
cat.
no, that's fair. I did the same thing with The Greatest Showman, so it's all
You
fine.
have to pet the cat.
No judgment here.
I'll bet you any amount of money Ray jumped out. Ray's like, I'm out of this. This is weird. We talked about cats Monday night during our live. Even Mick did a countdown. That's true. Screw you.
Can we start talking about Pet Cemetery now?
Yes, Pet Cemetery. That's one of the few ones from the 80s that was strong. Now, my other issue with the 80s is it was too much Stephen King, and it was really coke-fueled Stephen King. So as much as I love Maximum Overdrive, that's a special movie for me forever. That was forever.
I did
one
enjoy
of my
that
top
one.
movies, period, dot. How
I
the
love
fuck
Emilio
Estevez at the height of his career did Maximum Overdrive.
He still doesn't know.
He has no clue. He's completely out of it. You know what? I think he was just at that diner. I think every actor and actress just happened to be at the diner. And Stephen King walked in and threw a kilo of coke down.
That's what I was going to say.
And was just cranking AC/DC. And he's like, guys, I got a great fucking idea.
Stephen King's just like, Emilio. Guess what we're gonna do today?
Oh man, it's gonna be awesome.
We're gonna get so high and go to a gas station
In North Carolina, which is awesome.
Yeah,
In
right.
North Carolina, you're right. Yeah, he loved in Greensboro, right?
No, I was down the road from here. It's about 40
Wow.
minutes from here.
Wow,
What
a liar you are.
Well, no, that's
Not
cool
lying.
because we'll just have to come down and
You
find
can't prove it.
True. We're gonna have to go on the tour to try and find it.
I will go on that tour. I will be all about going to that.
I'll take you on tour.
I love that.
got you.
Kathleen's like, oh, welcome to the insanity, Rick Ray.
Rick Ray.
And she changed it to Ray Rice. Yeah, welcome, dude. I mean, if furries are your thing, great. Just leave the real cats alone.
Oh, he does.
First
Don't
of
worry.
all, I don't touch real cats or
No.
any animals. We protect animals on the Scene Snobs and
Georgie.
women and children and the whole nine.
Yep.
We're very protective. Now, I'm not into furries, but you put Taylor Swift in a cat costume, and I'm all in.
This is why you're going over this cat stuff. I get it now. It's Tuesday, so it's Thursday for you, huh?
Oh, look at that guy. It's actually, no, I'm not into whole furries. It's more just a mascot head thing.
Listen, I hate to break this to you, Paul, but that's a t-shirt now. can't type laughing too hard. We have that effect on people. Ray says the Duel. That
Yes.
was the best of King of that for that era. What Duel? The truck.
The truck
That's
was
a
not-
Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg was Duel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Maximum Overdrive was the Stephen King, which is personal favorite, not a good movie. But I'm sorry.
AC/DC.
Yo, you
all
get
right, man.
AC/DC, but he kills children with a Coke
Right.
machine.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh my god. That's when
It's
they hit him in the
amazing.
face. Oh my god.
Kids trying to outrun it and zigzag, and they're just
When the
shooting out
lawnmower-
everywhere, chasing it like
Kid's
it's
riding his bike down the street, and he knows his whole family's dead, and the lawnmower is chasing after him. If that's not Coke, that's like inspiring.
No, it is. How can you not outrun a meat cutter that's attached to the wall?
Yes.
She's like, oh, it's going. Oh, it's going. Oh,
Oh, I do want to add up. He says he thinks
Gotta do
King
that.
wrote Duel. He might have actually.
He
So
might have written Duel.
I did not want to take that away from you.
One of the things I also love from that era of Stephen King was a lot of his earlier ones, more Christine, Misery, things along those lines.
oh,
Paul,
Misery is
were
great.
you a Stephen Kingite?
Ooh,
What's your favorite Stephen King movie?
The Shining.
Then why do you feel bad about that?
I don't
one?
know.
Now, is it the one that he did with sci-fi?
So you don't have a favorite
I like the Kubrick.
King movie?
You have a favorite
You have
Stanley
Stanley
Kubrick?
Kubrick movie because that was clearly
Okay,
his.
okay. So Stephen King. Oh, that's a tough one.
Don't lie to us. We know what we're about.
Stand by.
I watched that today.
It'd probably be Children of the Corn.
Oh, okay. All right. I think that's strong.
Oh, that's
I
what
like
it was. Radar says it was filmed in Wilmington.
Filmed in
That's
Wilmington,
right.
okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Cool,
Too
cool.
far from
Cujo was one of my favorites as well. Chris
Okay.
Sales just brought up Cujo. I loved Cujo. That scene with the kid in the car and the mom and the dog outside barking and going nuts was oddly way scarier in the book than it was in the actual movie. Like in the book, I was terrified. I was like, I don't want to keep reading this. I'm
Right.
done. I'd rather go back and reread Misery at this point.
Which is pretty bad.
For
It's just like when
10-year-old me, I'm like, no, give me the crazy chick who's a nurse.
Right.
I'll escape from that.
I
Right.
do want to say,
It's like when we were talking about the Mist the other day, or you guys were talking about the Mist the other day, and I was commenting, and it was just like, oh, the
I do
Mist.
want to
is
say
just-
to Ray real quick. So it was Richard Matheson who wrote Duel, and actually check him out. He wrote a lot of really cool stuff. So that's it. That's all.
Do, 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 do.
The shows that go completely haywire are my favorite.
Welcome.
Every episode.
Hello.
That's clearly what it is. Paul jumped in and was just Scene Snobs Interstate Tour needs to happen.
Yeah.
If you can book it and we get paid, I'm in.
Hell yeah. Don't even pay us. Just give
I'll
us
fire up the minivan and go.
Just give us enough money so that we can get like roadside places, some attractions. Like we got to be able to stop by the largest ball of twine.
You just
There's
want to
a
meet
giant
Casey
toilet.
in person to solidify your man love, John?
Yeah, there's
Oh,
not a darn thing wrong with
I
that,
was
John.
going to say, what about me? Do I get
nothing
no
wrong with that.
love?
You get all the love. Everyone else who
It's
doesn't love
Casey
me
love.
loves you.
all
It's mostly
Casey
you.
love. It's
You know what it
mostly-
is with Casey, though, is Casey promised every viewer that he would have a certified hug for us if we got to meet him in person and we
Yeah,
watched
it's
the show.
COVID. I'm not doing that.
I'll wear a mask.
And
I'll wear a
also-
face
Look
shield.
at these.
And also-
you look at these. They're ready, man. They're ready. This whole area right here.
Yeah, I'm not doing
ready.
that.
Arms wide open.
I'm not doing that. I didn't do that before COVID. I'm not doing that after.
What if I just sneak
Cujo-
attack, like just
Yeah. Oh, I do. Yeah, don't worry, all the time.
Yes, I'm going to say this about to Chris. Cujo was one. Cujo's a weird one because when we put Ramrod down with my family dog who we loved, and we didn't do it just to do it. He had cancer. We loved that dog. I watched Cujo that night. I don't know why, but I had a calling to watch Cujo.
Well, it's better than Old Yeller.
Right. Yeah.
Everything's better than Old Yeller.
Well, I mean, valid. It was also just a bad movie. So,
Fun fact: Misery was the original.
Yes, it was, Chris. Yes, it
original
was.
Footloose.
Although I wish Kenny Loggins had done a Misery version. That would have been way cooler.
John,
I tell you what,
with you, John.
the worst decision my parents ever made is we had to put down our family German Shepherd because she just wasn't okay. She was blind and deaf and just couldn't go to the bathroom. It was time.
Latin.
So
I have to call back to the last episode.
They watched A Dog's Purpose after putting down their dog because they didn't realize how that.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
Right.
So wait. When they did that, did they go find other dogs to try hope that your dog transferred to a new dog? Because that's what that movie is.
Right.
or you could be like, get inspired and watch Milo and Otis because there's a couple scenes where they were actually chucking dogs off of a hill. Just throwing bugs in the air.
That is like one of the most horrific movies ever. And when I heard this, like,
the ASPCA assaults.
I love animals, and I don't want any harm to come to animals.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard the story, they were literally just throwing pugs off of the mountain.
Right. And did you see something like 20 plus animals, Casey? I know you guys talked about it, and you gave a number.
Oh, yeah, what Milo and Otis did? Yeah,
oh my
was ridiculous.
God, did you really go that far back and listen to our shows?
Yes.
I love you.
I know.
I love you guys.
You can have a hug. I like warm hugs. We'll go to John.
Oh, I got one here for you.
No, we got to go to John. And then I'm going to hug John from the outside. And we're both hugging, but I get the butt part.
Wait, were you going to hug John from the inside?
Okay, I'll hug him from the inside. Then you hug him from the outside, and you get the butt part.
So you get to be the caboose.
Oh, yeah. See? We're planning this. It's going to happen. In our Michigan tour.
Yeah, this is the Michigan leg.
Michigan leg.
There's going to be some real weird stuff in Michigan, baby.
Ray Rice is my brother's best friend growing up. Ray Rice is, we call him Trav. Trav is awesome. We're friends, but that's my brother's best friend because they're watching right now, too.
Sweet.
Why did you ruin this for me?
No, it's okay. It's actually made it
better. I
better.
didn't ruin it. It did make it better.
Not of the abuser of women, so I feel pretty good. That jumped it up.
I wanted the Ray Rice that clearly knocked out a woman on an elevator.
Okay, Sam.
We don't know. Hey, no.
No.
Unless Sam is going to punch you in the mouth, and then I still actually. Let's just not punch anyone. Let's hug. Why did we get off the hugging?
Let's not
trains and hugs, y'all. Trains and hugs. That's what our first tour is going to be named. Trains and Hugs. The Scene Snobs Trains and Hugs tour.
It's happening.
I like that.
Write it down.
I'll put you guys up in Greensboro. You guys still need to come down here.
So our whole tour is in my minivan, driving around with like sandwiches and a cooler, and some sodas, going to our friends' houses, that actually watch the show, and then hope that we can get far enough to get to the West Coast and watch a sunset.
Exactly.
I got
you. Get hugs along the way, so it's like Fandango.
See, and I can detail your car before you travel out there. It'll be brand new. It'll look shiny, brand new truck.
Jimmy Starr, the man Jimmy Starr, and the man Ron Russell. We need a place to stay in our California leg. So you got to invite us up to Palm Springs.
It's cool because I can at least go bother my sister. I'll just stand outside of her apartment building and yell, "Amanda!" I'm sure she'll love that.
Come down. Let us see. Make Sean check IMDb for dog deaths before I'll agree to watch movies.
Yeah, no, you should.
You should watch Milo and Otis.
No, you shouldn't.
Wait, no. Check for the dog deaths.
Okay, yeah. You
want to actually see the bugs go.
Oh, you want to see them die, Kathleen? Okay, well that's a little twisted, but God love you. Oh, do you? I support you, girl.
I hate Dune. She loves Milo and Otis. It's such a weird combo, but we make it work.
Are you going to give the new Dune a chance now that you said Dune?
Yes, I will. I try to give everything a chance.
A chance to crap on it.
No, I have not really crapped on a new one. I have not really. I kind of crapped on a new one. Not that much. Not that much. I'm going to watch it. I'll see it. I'm gonna try and go in with no preconceived. It's fucking boring though, man.
Well, look, it's gonna be long. It's Dennis Villeneuve, so it's gonna be like
him.
The books were what? 8 books?
I mean, they're only going to do the first one. That's all you need to do is the first dude, you know. And there's so much story packed in there, and the idea of trying to figure out that this planet is worthwhile and building the universe, building and everything you have to do. It's a lot to chew, man. So I understand it's going to be a lot to put in there. But we're talking Timothy Chalamet, who's fantastic. I mean, I loved him in The King. I thought he was really good. I've really
I did see The King.
Bautista's going to be in that, which is great. We've got who else? Jason Momoa. That's the guy.
Yeah,
I almost called him Jason Samoa because I'm
Josh Brolin's in it. There's a lot of people in it. Listen, I like the director. I like the filmmakers behind it. Ridley Scott's behind it. I enjoy that. Or is he?
No, it's Dennis Villeneuve.
No, I know he's not.
Oh, it's a Ridley Scott
I thought Ridley
film,
Scott
though,
might have been
I think.
producing it.
Yeah.
I don't
He
know.
rubbed his
I
nuts
may be
on it,
right.
yeah.
I may be wrong or right there. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna check it out, see what it's like. Although I did like the books, and I'm not a sci-fi guy.
And those books are hard to read, man. Frank Herbert is not a great author. Like, he has some cool story he gives you,
right?
But it's a lot. It's dense, man. You got to chew through that. You need a big old cup of milk to watch that thing down every bite.
I like books, and that's when I say sci-fi guy is in terms of books, not take movies out of it.
And he just finished Clifford, so we're getting him up there. He's starting to read the big books.
What color is he?
The dog got so big. He got so big, and I loved it. And he was red, and he was playful. You know who didn't love it because he didn't die? Kathleen.
Oh, wow.
Well, I thought the latest Clifford was that he died.
I'll try.
They changed his color, something more neutral.
Exactly.
I'll try the new Dune for one reason: Jason Momoa.
Yep. See, because Jason Momoa. And you know what? I like Jason Momoa as the eye candy. I understand he's the eye candy. I get it.
I like him as an
He's
actor.
decent as an actor. He's not great, but he's decent. No. He's totally passable, and he's a fun dude, and he's a good person. So yeah, I support him.
I love him.
Good-looking actors. I'm still gonna say Paul Rudd.
Well, Paul Rudd's one of the tops, man.
All right, summer's over.
The tip tops. No, it's not.
Whoa,
summer's not over.
We're pumpkin spicing.
We're
according to you. Wait, no, you
fall.
You said,
but the summer of Rudd does not stop until the 21st, which is the official first day of fall. So we still have. That's terrible. 7 days. All right, I can math. 7 days left.
Yes. Yeah. But the whole point, everything we've been playing up to for this, has not come to fruition, so I'm going to leave it a secret until that 7 days is up.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still trying.
Oh, no, I'm still trying too. Both of us are really working on the Summer of Rudd, and we will have a major update on that after finishing our Summer of Dunn interview. So,
Summer of Dunn. Done and Done. That's the title of the episode.
The Fall of Paul.
No, so the first episode, I'm going to cut this into two, is Done and Done. And then the second episode is going to be
We're not
quite done yet.
Not quite done yet. Yes.
Yes. So there you go. Thanks to Mick, I'm now going to be the podcasting girl that hates puppies. I'm going to go cry.
Whoa.
No,
said you hated puppies.
No. Whoa.
Nobody said think you hate puppies. That's outrageous.
Every animal.
No, we didn't say that either. We were just saying you like to see them die, which is a differently twisted thing. That is totally not like a negative thing. Like, I mean, no one thinks you hate puppies.
I mean, it could be the new.
You probably love puppies and you love seeing their demise. But I hate to each their own. Trains. Am I right? Like, don't get me started on gondolas.
Cat Taylor Swift.
Woo!
Cat Taylor Swift.
Like, man, harder than Chinese arithmetic right there. Oh my
I want to train up Cat Taylor Swift's ass. Not real Taylor Swift. Leave her alone.
And not a real train.
It's an American.
More like a Lionel.
And Kathleen, you want to see puppies die?
Yay! Everyone's got a thing.
It's a thing.
We're not here to judge. We
don't
love
cry.
you.
Judgment free.
Kathleen,
you love everybody.
If someone made you cry, they should be punished. So let's go find out who made Kathleen cry. That's what we're going to do. That's the next part of this episode.
And John Ross says, I'm married to a monster. Which is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I thought he was going to say we no longer have any house pets because of her.
That's awful.
Kathleen watches Babe, and then when he goes, "That'll do, pig, that'll do," she turns it off and is like, "That's right, bacon, that'll do." And that's how that movie ends for her.
That's when she's done with it. She's like, "Yep."
I'm kind of the person that apologizes to spiders when I kill them. and John gets to sleep. And this horror movie fall show turned into a nightmare for many.
I'm having a ball. Like, this has been great. See, and Kathleen, I don't actually apologize to spiders, but I do try to talk to them and bring them outside. So I feel your pain.
Well, Kathleen kills the spiders because she saw Charlotte's Web save that pig. And she's I'm going to kill all spiders so all pigs die now.
Well, because after reading Animal Farm, I'm sure she would just thought that. Like, probably read Animal Farm at like 6 at a tender age, thinking it was an exciting kids book.
You were so happy when the capitalist horse died, weren't you?
I thought spiders was like a metaphor for something.
Spiders was a metaphor for
I apologize when I kill a spider. Like, okay.
I love it.
Spider was his uncle. Like, all right, it's fine.
So which spider are you killing, Spider Babe?
Oh, man.
And we brought it all the way back around. And with that, I think we're going to end things.
All right.
So,
well, I think to wrap it up in conclusion, we have managed to figure out that Kathleen
loves bacon. And that's okay.
Yeah,
we love bacon.
You can kill pigs because they're made of bacon, and you can feed them trash like apples, and they make something amazing like bacon. So, which technically, according to a study that just came out from Oxford, that eating a piece of bacon takes off 3 minutes of your life.
Wow, I should be dead.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm alive. Like a double cheeseburger's like 8 minutes. It was terrible.
So
that plus cigarettes to take like 20 minutes off. I should not exist after cigarettes too. I shouldn't exist right now.
You gotta quit smoking.
I'm toast.
You gotta quit smoking.
Yeah.
I'm 3 days away from my 3-year anniversary of quitting.
That's awesome.
Quit the smoking, man. Do it.
But that's how I met Casey, though. Something bad about something good.
I don't want you to die. We need viewers in 20 years.
I need to be here in 20 years, bro.
It's set up to auto pay. You're going to keep me no matter what.
And now to our sponsors.
That was beautiful.
Quick announcements. Okay, so actually, real quick. Holy
good
crap.
call, Kathleen.
Yes, holy quick. What did she say? Pigs are good.
Good way to get rid of dead bodies.
That's true.
Or living bodies who need to be dead fast.
Who said 62?
In fact, Turkish is why you never trust a man with a pig farm.
No, you did. You said 75. I remember. 65 was radar. Radar 1.
Oh, it was 69. Right? Nice, radar is at 69. Because that's like doing it with your mouth full.
Because if I go by 69, then Jason
Finley just
no. Radar, radar, you win the horror movie pillowcase.
Woo, radar! Congratulations, buddy.
I'll get with you on Instagram to get the but remember, everybody, make sure you are making scare videos on and posting them on social media
all over
and tag.
Tag the shit out of the Scene Snobs.
And the one
I'm going to.
Make sure it gets this.
That's the one right there. Because
look
at, it's got Laurie Strode. It's got the best final girl ever. And I will fight over that. That's going to be a debate as well.
We'll bring it back. We're going to do
that
a lot more horror talk to do. I will say this, guys. Again, you can check us out on Radio Free Hub City every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for your lunch break. You can check us out on Helium Radio Network every Sunday. Venue TV, we haven't come out yet.
Oh, okay. We are. That one. Okay.
No, it's good. We just haven't premiered yet.
Fair.
So I will let everybody know then when we get there. But we are going to be on Venue TV. Helium Radio Network. We are on Sundays, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, on Untethered Radio. Go check us out there. So, with that being said, check out the Scene Snobs merch store if you're interested. We also have a Patreon membership. We do a giveaway for all of our Patreon members. This month, I don't have it on me. It is a regular full-size poster of A Nightmare on Elm Street. So if you are interested, we will be picking one of our lucky Patreon winners, sometime in the next week or so.
In the eventual time.
And then we will let you know on one of the future episodes this month.
Later.
I don't have dates in front of me.
Why?
It will be on a Tuesday. I'll tell you that.
Bingo.
So with that being said, if you do want to join, go over to the Scene Snobs Patreon. It's $5 a month, and then you are entered in there as well. With that,
Paul, do you have anything you want to throw out there? Any goodbyes?
He's going to finish off.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to make sure that we don't have any more of our stuff.
Are we talking about my amateur script night or later? That's later. We'll do that.
That's
later.
on the tour.
Okay. Yeah, that's on the tour. Right.
Okay, Paul, finish this off.
Get it done. I just want to thank you guys for letting me come on. It was really awesome to be on and made this birthday absolutely stellar. 30 was really easy. I was really freaking out about it, and my brother came into town to spend it with me, which was really awesome because he lives in Idaho, not Iowa.
Oh wow!
Whoa, you guys love
and
your
then
eyes.
Idaho, Idaho, we all Idaho.
Right. And then with this too, it's just been a really great birthday. So I really appreciate you guys having me on, even though I might have made it a little crazy for this one, but I'd love to come back on whenever you guys want, and thank you guys a lot.
Of course, brother. We'll have you back on for sure. Next week, we do have Kingsley Jefferson from Main Street Cinema coming on the show.
The Kings.
And then we are going to get Paul back on because especially we're ramping up with horror movies. So stay tuned. We will get with you guys soon.
Maybe try to do we might look into maybe doing a special podcast maybe for special horror stuff.
Well, yes.
Maybe,
I put the word out on that too.
Okay, good.
So I'm waiting to hear back. And once we do, I'll make the official announcement
Awesome.
of possibly either way, we're going to do a live Halloween show.
Yes.
But I'm waiting to hear back on a location.
Where we might be doing that
where?
show. Ooh, not your dong.
No.
Not in your pants.
Oh.
Oh, there.
In your upside
wall?
down chair?
How would it be in your wall? I don't know. You're confusing me, Paul. I don't know.
Sam,
It's how I
Sam,
clean.
if
I
you
just
stand up
everything
on a
off the floor.
Yeah, seriously, Sam, he's hammered. Take care of him.
I do want to say from us to you, Paul, happy birthday.
Thank
Welcome
you guys.
to 30.
We love you, buddy. Congratulations. Triple
Love you
X,
guys,
baby. Woo!
Mick does Paul Dunn. Oh, wait, oh, sorry. Hey, this is where we started. Listen to the last episode.
Yeah, right?
Anything you want to add?
Nothing. Just to make sure to be kind to each other. We love and appreciate y'all.
All right. Love you, Len.
That's our show, everybody. Again, I'm Scene Snob McManhattan. That was my partner, the Madman Casey Plott. You can catch us live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Or you can follow up on any podcast platform the next day or on our YouTube channel. Please like, follow, and subscribe. We appreciate you guys listening. Give us some feedback. Talk to us, the whole 9 yards. Until next time, take care, everybody.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.